The Madman!
Welcome to the new arena. I suspect that Mage is really strong because Mage has a lot of very strong cards in it, and very strong cards are offered a lot of the time. The arena runs are roughly equal in power level on each pick. Different rarities are now allowed, but as you can see, Hearth Arena at least thinks that these choices are all very close. So I believe that this is a more value-oriented meta now because you can play sweeping board clears all the time. For that reason, I'll lean towards Stonehill Defender as probably being higher ranked than the arena sites are currently ranking them, and of course the arena sites still have to reflect and differentiate their ratings. Since you also get a lot of premium removal now, as Mage, Forbidden Flame is less good. Corridor Creeper is rated pretty highly according to Hearthstone's algorithm. There's actually a big reason not to pick Creeper here, and the reason is with the new algorithms for Hearthstone, large cost cards, they tend to get offered because quite a few of them are really high value picks, including the legendaries. I was actually reading the Reddits, and Adwakta reported that the Lich King is apparently in approximately 10% of decks right now, because legendaries are offered more, and Lich King is a good legendary. Anyways, Serenite Chain Gang. Sludge. Leyline Manipulator does get affected by Stonehill Defender, and it's a good card. I mean, if we're looking for a value card, Bone Mare is the value card. If we're looking for a good value mid-range card, though, Leyline Manipulator is the pick. I go this. After all, you get more primordial glyphs in this, right? Something like that. Which is good, because it should be really close. Ideally. Master. Value card. Elect. This pick is really weird. Richard Tiller is going up against these two. Weird. There's an example of a good big card that gets offered all the time. I have no 2-drops though. I think on the basis that you're more likely to get offered late game than early game, and that 2-drops are pretty important, I'm gonna pick Fairy Dragon here. Sea Giant goes with Serenite Chain Gang and Imp Master and is generally good, but Babbling Book plus Leyline Manipulator is a combo. Vosp, Brewmaster, that's the sad pick right there. At least not that sad. Hey, it's the new Mage card in Arena, Polymorph question mark, and apparently the Arena rating sites have both already given this a rating. How much did I rate it? I think I rated it a 2 or 3 star card, but I'll take Bomb Squad over it. These are all pretty close. I will pick Kooky Chemist. Mana Bind. Wow, I've gotten offered the trash picks quite a bit. I'm gonna once again stick with Stonehill Defender. It's also good with Manipulator. And the Legendary is getting offered a bit more, is why I've avoided picking the big cards so far. Curator can get my Dragon and my Beast. Yasharaj, Rage Unbound, is a really big card. And HOGGER, if I think this is a tempo deck. I think given this general curve, we're more happy with HOGGER. Yeah, it's better green jelly, effectively. I go Death Speaker. Really makes me want to get more 2-drops so I can follow Death Speaker into it. Whew! Another big legendary. Take the HOGGER crew. I am a mage, so other HOGGER is pretty good. It feels like there's a little bit of synergy in picking both HOGGERs. It's also an excellent arena title. So even if one of the other picks was like slightly better, where in this case it's debatable, you just have to pick HOGGER, because HOGGER bros. No, but honestly, I think this is probably the best pick. If it isn't the best pick, it's close enough that this double HOGGER is just awesome. We have one Elemental, the Steam Surger. I have no AoE so far, so Blizzard seems good. I've gotten some really garbage picks. I wonder if the algorithm has gotten adjusted to lower the pick quality. I mean, I can't really say off of one run. Okay, maybe it hasn't gotten altered. Now you see why I didn't pick the Violet Worm or the Bog Creeper earlier. So we have one duplicate of Stonehill Defender. Master Oakheart, not very good in my deck. With the Kazakus, all I have to do is draw a Stonehill Defender and it's active, which is pretty good. Or I can just take the always good Syndragosa. But I think having one duplicate slides it more towards Cindy. Oh, that pick. I feel like Fireland's Portal is a big reason why Mage is really strong right now. Because Fireland's Portal is a very strong card, and it's in the good bucket all the time. That said though, I'm not sure if I pick Drake or Portal here. This is a tempo deck, so I probably want to take Portal. And Polymorph isn't out of the question either. Like, I don't have a good single target removal. Polymorph's pretty good, but Fireland's Portal I think just outclasses. Okay, we got the bad legendary pack here. And I guess we'll take Leroy. Unless I want to take Madame Goya. Because we can swap into some pretty good cards. This deck is not aggressive, so Leroy is just... It's really bad Fireball in this deck. I think we had this exact pick earlier, but we have a good minion bucket thing here. Alright, Bone Mirror was another one of those big cards that I passed up. And as you can see, I've gotten a lot of big cards now. 4 legendaries! I'm not even blinking an eye. Or, I'm not blinking much of an eye because this is kind of normal now, but it's still above average. Because I need a 2-drop, and we do have a secret. Oof. Mana Worm is a good early game card. I don't have very many spells in this deck though. I'm gonna go with the more powerful on paper Fireball. 1-drop is also welcome. A 2-drop, probably better than 1-drop. Delnhill Defender again, or an actual 2-drop. I'm gonna pick Sorcerer's Apprentice. This is clearly a tempo deck, so starting off with a 2-drop is probably good. This arena got a lot better in the late picks due to getting all these 2-drops. Let's see, Raven Familia, I have Fireland's Portal, I have Blizzard, I have Fireball, I have Mana Bind, and I have Arcane Intellect. That's a decent 2-drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 early game cards, 1 more. That would make this a very good tempo deck. Yep, pick. And last but not least, Blizzard number 2, or Babbling Book, or Sea Giant, all excellent picks. Blizzard again, I guess. This looks really good, and of course if this were like pre-New Style Arena, I would easily rate this at 12. But I think that for Mage, I actually didn't get that great a deck. I got a better curve than usual. This is the best curve I've gotten under the new way of drafting, mostly because I understand the new draft a little bit better now, and I held off on picking traditionally good common cards which are big. That allowed me to pick up instead HOGGER and Madame Goya and HOGGER and Sindragosa. Given the new style of drafting, I did extremely well this time around, and I picked an excellent curve. I think I'm going to vote that this deck will go 9 wins. Let's see, 3-drop wise we've got a decent number. Should mulligan aggressively for 1s and 2s. If you watched previous arenas, you might notice that I keep a certain really powerful card sometimes, like Leyline Manipulator. But in this arena, I probably will toss everything that does not flow into a curve, because I have a very good curve, so nothing needs to be kept that isn't for curve reasons. You have a good late game curve here. With no 2, no 3. Pretty painful. And the Stonehill Defender isn't that strong a 3, but I sure would like one right about now. Yeah, can't play my big card into those. I have to draw a 2 or a 3. Oh. You know, sometimes things just don't work out.
Not quite what was planned.
The Blizzard gets hard countered by just him healing. I guess I should play this.
I'll put it on your tab.
If he decides to do this trade here, trade though. How much did he take? Like 2. Oh man, it might be Mind Blast. The Blizzard doesn't lead to a good next turn.
Runs out on me.
I think we have to somehow Blizzard next turn. I guess Fireland's Portal and Hit is the best move. I mean, it's terrible. I just couldn't deal with this card this early. Really lucky mind games.
Smelly fish! Yummy fish!
That was a really weak turn. Also, he didn't play his 2 cast spell. It might be at 1 right now.
Your magic shall not save
There's a handful of answers, apparently. Or maybe he's putting on a show. Huh?
I sense your struggle. A real
Well played.
Mind control is not a surprise. I wonder how many mind controls he has in his hand. I mean, that would make sense. For a type of holding that he would. Okay.
out of my jungle.
Delicious.
Findings.
Well played.
My tempo deck just didn't draw any tempo on round 1, so hopefully this goes better.
Do you like to play with fire?
Ooh.
Out of my jungle.
Go with the one that can't be pushed in Madness. And go with an actual 4-drop. I probably don't want the anti-tempo of Brewmaster on this. I will go for it.
Go away. I'll put it on your
This is just die senselessly right now. And this would just die to that. I could fireball that, but I think this is better.
echoes are eternal. Another round.
Has some sick value, just gotta knock it out tempoed.
You are not welcome here.
What to do?
Gotta kill that one. And there are 2 things I need to kill, so we'll do that. And he's almost out of cards, so looks good to do that. I can curve into Firelansing the 7-3, or just hit it with the minion. Fireballs growing.
I sense your struggle.
So that's why Fireball is better to keep than Blizzard. When I had the choice to clear from Fireball or Blizzard.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Out of my jungle!
Pretty stable board though. Very advantage gaining board if it sticks around. Could have considered going Hungry-Etten instead to play around big AoE. Wow, Leyline Syndragosa combo.
The icy winds of Northland will consume your souls! Go away!
Time runs out on me.
I should keep on the tempo actually. I was about to Fire Blast out one of the champions.
It's time for a lot of blood!
Oh man. Let's see, we have no heal in this deck. Legendaries might be able to heal. I wonder if there are any taunt heals. I don't think so in neutral.
Out of my jungle!
Time runs out on me.
Perish!
Thinking if I hit his face here. No.
Perish!
Die to too many things. Although I would have set him at 13. 8, 9, 12, 13, 17.
Again? So kind of you to join me. Tadingo!
Oh, so close.
Amazing.
Oh, one more draw, huh? I only have 28 damage. Oh, wait, I have lethal.
I'm ready.
I always win.
Oh, close game.
An incredible discovery.
Oh, it's a shielded mini-bot. Thinking about whether or not I Fire Blast that, or do I play Giant Wasp. The ways I get punished are Rallying Blade, some of the mauls.
Time runs out on me.
It just costs too much to Fire Blast right now. And I could have also just hit it with the thing, but I want to have the option to Fire Blast and kill it.
Reporting for duty.
This is a tempo deck, so slowing down with Fire Blast is not recommended. Like, I clearly have a play on 5, 6, and 7, so there's very little time to play Fire Blast. It's Blizzard next turn. It's nice just to have this assassinate on the board though.
It's boom o'clock. It's boom o'clock.
We hunger for vengeance.
Freeze that, which is kind of cool. Ooh, that's a good target to return. But I really want to spend 6 mana right now. On ye old Hogger. Yeah, Brewmaster Bomb Squad next turn will be pretty sweet. Well, I thought about hitting the 1/1 with my 2/2. I decided to do 1 more damage to his face.
Follow the rules.
Hogger bros, go!
I'll cut you down to size.
The icy winds of Northland will consume your soul.
Runs out on me.
Plays around if he somehow has a board clear of some sort. And it puts a big minion on the board. It's just a really big, diverse threat pool now. Ooh, ah.
Cast a spell. I want to cast a spell.
All 4 non-coin cards. Running out of 1.
The light protects me.
Spooky.
Spells are fun. So fun.
I don't think I have the resources to fire blast that anytime in the near future. Just playing the stronger card.
So fun.
It's off to a very tempo-y start. Turn 1, 2, 2, turn 2, 3, 4. He's slowing down this turn. Doesn't have a turn 3 play. Stonehill Defender is situationally good here.
Let the dark in.
But I'll just go Polluted Hoarder. Got my Imp Master to be at a low enough amount to have gotten value.
Follow the rules.
This immune play is interesting. I actually rather like that.
I sense your struggle.
This gets me a 2-4 and a 1-2, which is basically a 3-6, and it gets me a 1-1-2, so it's like a 4-7. Something like that. I think the math works out. I've never seen Impmaster immune, but that's a cool interaction.
Engaging TC-130 into dislocator.
Reporting for duty.
Maybe that's why I didn't kill Impmaster. He was beating me with the MCT, where he's waiting.
Let's eat. Let the dark in.
This Death Speaker is potentially a very strong value brew, but I'm trying not to remove value from my own board right now.
Follow the rules.
This card also could be a value brew.
Reporting for duty.
It's normally a 4-10, so brewing it means I regain 11 stats eventually. This is a pretty hard tempo game at the moment. I don't know if I can afford to take the stats off the board.
Out of my jungle.
Can't Stonehill Defender forever. Take this medium card? Maybe the Shield Bearer. Nah.
No. I'll put it on your head.
Time runs out on me.
Even when you're behind, you do have to keep an eye out for value, because, I mean, all I did was get rid of a 1-1 on my side here. Admittedly slow, but I get a 5-4 out on the board too. For anyone who thought the Druid card was good, and with a 3-mana 5-5, +5/+5 return a card to your hand, I hadn't realized, but that's basically Ancient Brewmaster. Which is not that great an arena card. It's even slower than Ancient Brewmaster, and it condenses everything into one minion, which is probably a bad thing. Okay. About to near the stable point until Tyrion/Lich King drops here. Well, I have Corrosive Sludge for Tyrion, and then we can generate a lot of value with HOGGER.
Let me think. Warriors of the frozen waste.
Wow, it's the Lich King. Well, Arena sure is strong right now.
Another round? Three.
Ugh. Got the hard removal. Never lucky.
Let's start some trouble.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Smelly fish. Yummy fish.
I will probably want to give this one the plus damage. Could also consider playing Frozen Clone here, but no, we're not looking for value at the moment, are we? We kind of are. No, I'm looking to get this on the board.
Smelly fish. Yummy fish.
Yikes.
Onward, Snuggle Snout.
Gonna have to rely on Hungry Atten here. Or Blizzard. Are we in value mode yet? I should wait. It's a good thing I didn't Frozen Clone his Gravel Snout tonight. It's a 1-4 out at least.
Out of my jungle.
Time runs out on me.
This did come down to a value game. I thought about attacking with it, so there's pros and cons. Pro, you deal the 1 damage before the boar dies. Con, maybe it gets healed somehow. And then you lost the 1 damage. Really need to spend my mana on these things. Yeah, I've got to play that out. I'm gonna get out-tempoed out here. Oh, rip. And no, I don't agree with playing those secrets earlier. There was no good tempo time to do so. Guess he was testing for some sort of non-existent secret by swinging that in. Or maybe playing around mind control tech.
I must move quickly. How long can this go on? How long can this go on? Reporting for duty.
He's like, I wonder if any secrets proc by attacking a minion with another minion. It's time for the comeback. The Serenite chain gangs can hopefully stall for a while. Blizzard draw was about the only thing that would have saved me there. I think clone instead of Stonehill was good since the only way you were gonna lose was from a huge minion being played. No, I wouldn't have the tempo to play the huge minion is the problem. Turned out the one attack that I got from the Stonehill was necessary to finish off the other guy too.
Reporting for duty.
Casual draw 3.
I must remain hidden to be free. Free me! Free me!
There's just... yeah, I have to spend all my mana each time, something like that, playing the stuff that deals with the board the best.
Reporting for duty. I must move quickly.
Please kill the 2/1 for some reason. Okay. No plays in his hand, so they're all answer cards. Oh, the Wasp! If they're all answer cards, I should play Mana Bind right now, I guess. And take this trade. Yeah, should I take the trade? No real reason to. Consecration, though. Some reason to. The opponent's at 30, so we're clearly just playing a hard value game. Pushing the 2 damage is not important.
I suppose.
What is important now is actually getting some amount of value return out of the Mana Bind.
Reporting for duty.
Man, he kept those in his hand. Playing around AoE the whole time. Okay, we have a clear advantage now. And the remaining part of my deck is extremely strong. We managed to value grind our way through Ragnaros and the Lich King. And the Lich King got Obliterate. And there were 3 Elder Peacekeepers. Time for HOGGER to close it out, though. When I think back on it, like, turn 1 Smuggler's Run, hitting all minions, that Ragnaros Lightlord living as long as it did, the Lich King getting the Obliterate, it's a wonder I somehow won. I mean, my deck's good too, I guess. I should just put on pressure. It's not like I'll win against Deathwing anyways. No spells left in that deck. Let's do this. If there are no spells in his deck, the only thing that can stop me is Deathwing and the card in his hand. $21.
Have another dose?
$23? Oh, miscounted.
Don't forget to tip your Doran. Reporting for duty.
Have another dose? Everyone has a purpose.
It's 4 o'clock.
That is not a good result for Goya. Cards that are better on 3. Giant Wasp, Imp Master. I actually should keep Stonehall Defender in my deck. Or in my hand. Which means in the first game I probably mulliganed incorrectly. Yeah.
Cast a spell. I want to cast a spell.
I glanced at my 3 drops and was like, yeah, that's a lot, but I'd rather not play Death Speaker if I don't have it too. Although it's still an okay 3 mana 2/4.
Spells are fun. So fun.
Out of my jungle.
Tonight, a tale of terrible tragedy.
Can I light your fire?
Okay, just the Yeti. So I can Kooky Chemist to get some good value, and that's the plan.
Delicious spider egg.
How long can this go on? How long can this go on?
Have another dose?
Strong card to play here.
An incredible discovery. I got you uncovered.
So I want a 1/4 version of Glue Meter. Pretty decent card. This card's actually decent in my deck. I have some pretty late game stuff I could do with it. Could get my 2 mana discount on it though. Pretty strong. But I think I should be playing Polluted Hoarder. The strongest card against his next card. Because Leyline Manipulator can get better. I'm tempted to go Serenite also.
Time runs out on
This
me.
card is better against small minions since this card is already good against the big minion.
Can this go on?
Polluted Hoarder is good against the big minion, which I don't need right now since I have a good card against the big minion.
Mine! All mine!
Hungry Etten would be a pretty good card to Molten Reflection. 4 mana, 4/10 taunt.
Fresh from
Wouldn't mind a Goya draw right now. Shuffle a 2/1 Serenite into the deck. Grab one of the Hoggers.
Fresh from Kazakhstan.
If you're holding any cards that didn't start in your deck. This Serenite Chain Gang didn't start in my deck, right? Right? Right?
Put it on your tab. Free me. This power is
That's interesting. I think the first Serenite Chain Gang would have started in my deck. I can grab a 4/10 with Taunt. That's pretty good value. I don't think I should hold out for the 4/10 value. Or should I? I should, probably. Copying a 4/7 with Taunt for 2 mana is really good, but why not wait until the 4/10 with Taunt? Wow. Good thing we hold off on Molten Reflection, I suppose. Ugh. You thought that secret was so important to play that you didn't Fire Blast a 4/1. Crap, I should have played this first, because I wanted to trade.
Smelly fish! Yummy fish!
Okay. Ugh. Sadness. Wow. Crushing me.
Not a morning person. I am not a morning person.
Job's done.
No kidding.
Amazing. Amazing. Well played.
Come to me, little ones.
Amazing.
You want to cast a spell? I want to cast a spell. It's time for a little blood.
So that's a bad play. This is a bad play against that. I guess this is only reasonable.
Pay attention, class. Someday I'll be just like you.
Fish! Yummy!
Alright, 2 decent cards against the Cobra.
I sense your strength.
Woof. I let my rock get snaked. That's how nature is supposed to work. I'll also try Imp Master Fire Blast. Yeah, we'll do that. That snake's a problem.
Time runs out on me.
The classic 1/4 into 4/1 again. What a tough time to play a secret. So he knows I still have the coin, right? Would he play Counterspell into the coin? It's more likely it's Mirror Entity. But do I just play the coin here for insurance? Because my Firelands portal gets countered? Boy, am I sad. Maybe you played that secret because it was going to my turn 7, and I was like, yeah, Flame Strike, Firelands portal. Yeah, little insurance. The coin, though, it was kind of valuable because I could have played one of the big cards like HOGGER and Fire Blasted. Not that I would have done it here.
It's time for a little blood.
It's 4, 6, 11 next turn. Have some comeback potential with the big taunts, but I have to get my value now.
Lightning strikes twice.
Yeah, curse.
Time runs out on me.
Man, coin would have been pretty good right now. Ah! This arena mode, it's so hard.